So, continuation, let's call it part 2 of broadcasting over the air TV or normal terrestrial TV signals from your antenna to as many devices as you like in the home. Let's just explain it a little bit more. Here's a diagram. This is your aerial. This could be a small indoor aerial. Some people use a little box with a little amplifier in it. It could be an aerial attached to the chimney on the roof of your house, or it could be an aerial that's suspended in the loft somewhere, pointing to your nearest or most powerful transmitter. And that picks up your normal TV signals and would normally go into the back of a TV. As I say, if you have more than one TV in the house, the traditional method was to have an aerial amplifier here and a splitter and separate wires to the TVs. Now, most modern TVs have a Wi-Fi connection, and that's the way that they receive those streaming services. So it comes into the TV over Wi-Fi. They might have a cable connection. And so what this box does is it's got 4 separate tuners in here, but we just consider one tuner, and it outputs the signal through an Ethernet cable to your router. Now, the the main thing about this is, in order to connect up the box, you need to be able to connect an aerial in here. So you need access to an aerial socket, a wire in there. You need access to your router. And some people said, oh, well, that would be a deal breaker. But I have read somewhere, I've not tried it yet, that you can connect it to a Wi-Fi extender. Let me show you what I mean. This is a box. It's a Wi-Fi extender. It's also a wired network extender. So it has one input from your network, broadband, several wired outputs, and also a Wi-Fi output. And so apparently you can plug it into one of these boxes separate to your whatever it is, broadband that comes into the house, and it will broadcast over a separate Wi-Fi signal, and you'll see it with a slightly different name. And so this one comes up, if I look for the Wi-Fi, as whatever that name is, Edimax I think it is, so I can see that signal. But at the moment, Edimax is just rebroadcasting on the Wi-Fi. Sorry, there was a break in service as I was saying that my Wi-Fi extender was just rebroadcasting the signal from my broadband router, from my service provider. Let's leave that aside for now. So let's just recap. Aerial signal in, tuner, output on Ethernet to your router, and then sent over Wi-Fi, or it could be over cable if you chose that, to any device you like, PC, laptop, phone, and your TVs. Now that assumes your TVs will receive Wi-Fi. If not, you can get dongles that allow them to receive Wi-Fi. But at the time that I'm making this, most of the TVs that are being sold have a Wi-Fi input anyway. So the other thing is that you do need an app on the TV which will recognize that Wi-Fi signal and will then show all the channels that you've got coming in through the aerial. So there needs to be an app that's installed on the TV or onto your phone or onto your PC to work with this. And when I get the thing set up, I'll show the app. And then one of the other things, that's all free. There is a suggestion that if you want to see a program, what's it called? Program guide. You can get a 24-hour program guide free with that basic app. But if you want to see a program guide that extends over a week or a fortnight, then there is a paid for application. But I've been watching videos from American installers, and I'm not sure what the deal is in the UK for that. And I don't intend to have paid for. I think a TV guide which shows you what's coming on in the next few hours, 12 hours on your TV will be perfectly fine for what I've got. There are other ways of seeing what's on. And so there we have it. The only other thing is I've not fully explored this plugging in. The HD there stands for hard disk into its USB port so that it turns it into a video recorder. And I'm not sure whether that can be just a bare drive, a USB drive, or whether it needs to be a slightly more intelligent one. Certainly the suggestions you can use network addressable storage, and I have a network addressable storage device. That's a hard drive which has a little bit of a server built into it, a very basic or tuned server designed for running that hard drive. Let's not worry about that. So that therefore hopefully explains what this box does, so that as you look at the other videos about it, you get the deal, you get the idea. It's a way of using a single aerial input to connect to multiple TVs so that you can stand the TV, screw it to the wall, put it in any room in your house, and if you can pick up a Wi-Fi signal, you can get your aerial signal using the app and this little box. And that's basically what I'm using it for. So that is just an explanation of how it needs to be set up before I actually get to physically setting it up.